Men are refusing to give life-saving CPR to whammons because they're afraid to touch their breasts. Well, yeah. No guy wants to eat a sexual harassment or a struggle snuggle charge just for being a good Samaritan. So 1 in 3 Britons are afraid to give women CPR because they're worried about touching their breasts, a study reveals. Well, what about kissing them? Are you not worried about that? Oh man, what if she wakes up in the middle of the CPR and accuses you of struggle snuggle? The same proportion of men, 33%, also fear being accused of inappropriate touching when given a woman's chest compressions. Yeah, and you know damn well that would happen. And then when guys call this out, the excuse will be, well, you could still give CPR without being a creep. It's like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Never mind. You're on your own. We're done. In fact, I'm just going to stay home and be a neat just so I avoid you. You know what? I'm never going to be in a position to give you CPR. How about that? Checkmate, 304. However, just 13% of whammons have the same reservations, according to a survey of 1,000 nearest-to-point adults for St. John Ambulance. Well, no shit. I've yet to hear of a case where a whammons was being pursued for sexual assault of a man, at least in circumstances like this. So the First Aid Charity warned the sexual taboo is putting whammons at greater risk of dying from cardiac arrest and stress. When it comes to CPR, everyone is the same. Okay, so implement a law that shields guys from any sort of negative attacks that come as a result of saving someone's life, and maybe guys will be confident doing this again. Nothing short of being guaranteed legal protections is going to work, though. The previous research found that only 68% of whammons are likely to receive bystander CPR compared to 73% of men. Yeah, that's the previous story that we actually covered on this channel. And survival from time of cardiac arrest to hospital admission was 34% for whammons, but 37% for men. Maybe men are just tougher. St. John's Ambulance wants everyone to learn CPR, which is given the same way to both sexes, adding everyone deserves the best possible chance of survival. If you're mad at that, like if you're mad that that's not the case, fix the legal system. Yeah, take it up with them. They're the only ones that can do anything here. A defibrillator can make a critical difference as when used within the first 3 minutes, it can increase the chances of someone surviving cardiac arrest by up to 70%. Shocking. A defibrillator has pads that need to be placed on the bare skin on the chest area, which means you got a stripper. However, when hearing this instruction, 38% of people agreed that their levels of discomfort would rise. Nearly half of male respondents, 46%, stated they would feel less comfortable using a defibrillator on a whammons, knowing they might have to remove her clothing, including a bra, versus 31% of females surveyed. All you need to do is give them legal protections, make it so nothing bad can happen to them if they do that. Like, unless you got proof that he was also sneaking in some gropes, no guy's going to take this risk. Nearly a quarter, 23% of all respondents admitted they are less likely to give CPR to a whammons in public than a man. However, 2 in 3, 64%, agreed their comfort levels would increase if offered the right support and training. How about the right legal support? How about the right legal protection? Jonathan Davison, community experience manager at St. John Ambulance, said whilst the latest research flags some concerning issues around people's comfort levels performing CPR on whammons, this isn't wholly surprising. These concerns are fairly frequently raised in our training sessions. Our message to people is that it's always better to do something than nothing in these circumstances. Yeah, tell that to a guy who did something and got punished for it. Like, we got a phrase for this, right? Like, no good deed goes unpunished. We got to adopt a mercenary mindset. Like, no, man, I'm not just going to do good deeds for you for free out of the kindness of my heart. Again, unless I know you, unless we already have a relationship. This shit's going to be transactional, bitch. How much is my help worth it to you? Regardless of gender, when it comes to CPR, everybody is the same. The technique is the same, and everyone deserves the best possible chance of survival. Well, maybe we have to go back in time by a few years, I guess. By supporting this campaign, signing up for a free first aid public demonstration, visiting our website, and or for first aid advice, or attending a training course, let's bust this taboo together and close the unnecessary gender gap for good. Oh my God, there's like a 3% difference, and they're making it out to be a big deal. Meanwhile, the sentencing gap in prisons is ginormous. No one cares about that one though. That's no big deal. Yeah, the self Minecrafting gap, the homeless gap. No one cares about closing those. Actually, in fact, it's the opposite. I'm sure you've seen those same articles, right? Like say the split between men and women with homelessness is 90 to 10%. And then at some point it actually shifts, and now it's like 89% and the men to 11% women. And immediately all the headlines are, "A bigger percentage of women are homeless. This is a problem. What can we do to fix the female homelessness problem?" While completely not caring about and ignoring the 89% of men. And then they get so mad when we just reciprocate that attitude. So I've been trained in CPR, yet I'd be hesitant to render aid in this environment. Yeah, me too, actually. Although I think at this point, like those certificates expire, right? I think mine are probably long expired, but I've had the training. Each year, over 30,000 people have an out of hospital cardiac arrest in Airstrip 1, with less than 1 in 10 surviving, according to the British Heart Foundation. Millie Bright, captain of the Chelsea Football Club's women's team, said, I've had the experience of being at a game when someone suffered a suspected cardiac arrest, and it was terrifying. So I was present when someone else in the stadium had a cardiac arrest. Oh, that works. It's so important that we take the time to learn how to save a life, as we never know when we might need the help of strangers. To learn that as a woman, I'm more at risk because people are uncomfortable to provide help to my gender is shocking. If you're shocked by this, maybe you should do something about the reasons why. Of course, they never do, because it's not their problem until they have cardiac arrest, and then it becomes their problem. But this is typical, like it's like this across the board. They don't care until it becomes their problem, which is why I'm such a big advocate for taking, like, if someone doesn't care about your problems, turn your problems into their problems, and suddenly they start caring. So many problems in life could be fixed just by remembering this.